Have you ever felt this? Someone gets close to you. They open up, they text you every day, they seem emotionally invested, and then they suddenly pull back. They become distant, cold, different, no explanation, no closure, and you're left asking, what did I do wrong? The truth is, most of the time, it had nothing to do with you. Today I'll explain the real psychological reasons why people act cold after getting close, and once you understand this, you'll stop taking it personally forever. The big misunderstanding most people think: if someone pulls away, it means they lost interest. Psychologically, that's often wrong. In many cases, people don't pull away because they feel nothing. They pull away because they feel too much. Closeness activates parts of the brain linked to attachment, vulnerability, fear, past trauma, and not everyone knows how to handle that. Reason 1: intimacy triggers fear. For some people, emotional closeness doesn't feel safe. It feels dangerous. Because closeness means being seen, being known, being emotionally exposed. If someone learned early in life that love equals pain, connection equals loss, dependence equals danger, their nervous system goes into defense mode when things get real. So instead of leaning in, they pull away. Not because they don't care, but because their body associates closeness with threat. Reason 2: unresolved attachment wounds. This is classic avoidant attachment behavior. Avoidant people often crave connection, enjoy the beginning, feel excited by chemistry. But once emotional depth appears, their nervous system panics. They start thinking, I'm losing myself. I feel trapped. This is too much. So they create distance to regain control. Coldness becomes regulation. Reason 3: closeness activates old trauma. When you get close to someone, you don't just connect to them, you connect to their past. Old wounds resurface: abandonment, rejection, betrayal, emotional neglect. Your presence might unconsciously remind them of someone who left, someone who hurt them, someone who disappointed them, so they emotionally withdraw, not from you, but from the pain your closeness activates. Reason 4: they were playing a role. This one hurts, but it's important. Some people are great at initial intimacy. They know how to charm, how to connect fast, how to mirror you. But that version of them isn't sustainable. Once the mask slips, they don't know how to maintain real emotional presence. So instead of being honest, they go cold. Distance is easier than authenticity. Reason 5: control and power shifts. Closeness changes power dynamics. At the beginning, they feel in control. But once they realize, you matter to me, they feel vulnerable. And vulnerability feels like weakness to people who learn to survive by controlling emotions. So they pull back to restore the upper hand. Coldness becomes a way to feel powerful again. Reason 6: emotional overwhelm. Not everyone has emotional capacity. Some people suppress feelings, avoid emotional processing, never learned regulation. So when emotions build up, their system shuts down. They don't communicate, they don't explain, they withdraw. Coldness is not strategy, it's overload. Why you take it personally. Here's the dangerous part. When someone goes cold, your brain searches for a reason, and the easiest explanation is, it must be me. But psychology says, people act from their inner world, not from your worth. Their withdrawal says more about their attachment style, their coping mechanisms, their unresolved wounds, than about anything you did. When coldness is a red flag. Important distinction. There's a difference between someone who needs space and someone who uses distance to manipulate coldness is a red flag. When it's sudden and unexplained, it's repeated. It punishes you. It makes you anxious or confused. It replaces communication. Consistency is emotional safety. Hot and cold behavior is not. What to do when someone pulls away? Here's the healthiest response. Don't chase. Chasing reinforces avoidance. Don't self-abandon. Don't over-explain. Don't beg for clarity. Observe patterns. One moment doesn't define someone. Patterns do. Choose emotional availability. You're allowed to want warmth. You're allowed to want consistency. Someone else's fear is not your responsibility to heal. When someone suddenly becomes cold, insecurity kicks in fast. Your mind starts asking, did I say something wrong? Was I too much? Should I fix this? Here's how you stop that spiral. Step 1. Separate your worth from their reaction. The first thing to understand is this. Someone pulling away is a reaction, not a measurement of your value. People don't respond to you as you are. They respond from their own emotional capacity. So instead of asking, what did I do wrong? Ask, what does this reaction tell me about them? That single shift stops insecurity at the root. Step 2. Don't rewrite the story in your head. Insecurity grows when you start filling in the gaps. They don't text arrow, you assume rejection. They're distant arrow, you assume disinterest. They're cold arrow, you assume failure. But silence is not information. Distance is not clarity. Until someone communicates, your assumptions are just fear talking. So stop narrating the situation against yourself. Step 3. Regulate your nervous system, not the connection. When someone goes cold, your body feels unsafe. That's why you want reassurance. But reassurance from them isn't the solution. Regulation is. Do things that bring your system back to baseline. Move your body, breathe slowly, step away from your phone. Ground yourself in something physical. Once your nervous system calms down, your thoughts become clearer. Clarity kills insecurity. Step 4. Don't chase emotional warmth. Chasing warmth sends one message. I don't trust myself to be okay without you. And insecurity feeds on that message. Instead, pause. Let space exist. People who are capable of connection will step forward. People who aren't will fade. Either way, you get clarity, not confusion. Step 5. Anchor back into yourself. The fastest way to kill insecurity is to reconnect with your own life, your goals, your routines, your body, your friendships, your direction. When your life feels full, someone else's emotional distance loses its power over you. You don't need to harden yourself. You need to root yourself. Final truth. People don't always pull away because they don't want you. Sometimes they pull away because they don't know how to receive you. But love shouldn't feel like guessing. Connection shouldn't feel like anxiety. And if someone repeatedly goes cold when things get real, that's information. People who go cold after getting close are not evil. They are conflicted, pulled between the desire for connection and the fear of what connection awakens inside them. But understanding someone's psychology does not mean accepting their behavior. You're allowed to choose warmth, consistency, emotional safety. If you want more psychology videos about relationships, attachment styles, trauma, and human behavior, subscribe and comment cold if you want to follow up on why avoidant people sabotage love.